You guys can talk all about the Leafs, and you guys can talk all about the Canucks all you want. I want to talk about my Columbus Blue Jackets, and who better to bring on than the president of hockey operations for a team that has won 7 straight hockey games. John Davidson is here. John, what's been the best part of this run so far, man?
Oh boy, that's a good question. How are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Yeah, it's it's a kind of a color. It's a collective group of things that have happened in the positive sense, from off-season training programs to the addition of Brad Shaw with our coaching staff to help our young defense, to John Tortorella having a first full year with our club, to young players who won the Calder Cup, the American League Championship, knowing that they're good players. And we play 4 or 5 rookies every night. I think us and the Leafs are the 2 youngest teams in the game. And it just goes on and on like that. The rebound of Bobrovsky, the rebound of Foligno. It's just a multitude of different things. To see it actually work it's a pretty good feeling. We know we got a long way to go. We know we're young, but there's a lot of good things happening.
So you've won 7 in a row. I think you've won 18. You didn't win 18 games until game 50 last year.
I'm not looking back at that, by the way.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not.
Those are not advanced analytics.
No, those are shanalytics. That's what those are.
I thought your personal analytics guy's your accountant.
Yeah. That's a good point. See, but the problem becomes you have a fan base that. Yeah. You have a fan base you have to convince to come back. Are you concerned at all that this this is a bubble?
Oh. No, because this isn't a bubble. We've beaten some good teams. We play the game the right way. We've got depth. Our third and fourth lines are lines that really do well for us. We've got people coming down the road, whether they're playing in Europe or the Quebec League or the Western League or Ontario League or the American League. We've got some good players on the way yet. So we don't think this is a bubble. There's nothing really that shows that. We have had some breaks. There's no question. A lot of things have gone our way, where in the past we wouldn't get a break a month. And sometimes you earn your breaks. And I feel that that's what's happening now. I think we're in a good spot in all areas of our franchise. And so for me, I don't think that is a bubble. It's going to be hard to keep the pace we're going here. There's no question about that. But our team has a good feeling. I talked to Davidson after the game last night on the bus as we went to the airport to head to Calgary. And he just said, we were 1-1 after 2. We didn't play well in the first. We found our legs about halfway through and then controlled the game. But he feels that if we're tied going into the third, they think they're going to win. Mm-hmm. That's just the mindset that this group has. And I think the other thing is, John, there's a lot of teams that aren't teams. I've gone through that a lot of times. You've got to build the culture. The team has to become a team. And our team right now is a team. Nobody really looks at us like we've got a bunch of superstars, but we've got a team that's thinking the right way and playing the right way. So for all those different reasons, I don't think it is a bubble. I get some fans in Columbus thinking that because they've had their hearts broken about 9 times. But we, as this management group with our club, aren't responsible for those past years. We're responsible for the build we're trying to go through, and we've been at it 4 years, and it's starting to fall into place with the plan. It's like the Leafs. I heard you all talking about what are they going to do come the trade deadline and look for the playoffs. Whatever you do when you go through this process, you got to stay with your plan. That's just what it is. There's no short-term fixes. Otherwise, you nail your plan out the back door. You got to stay with it.
John Davidson is with us, the president of hockey operations for the Columbus Blue Jackets. They've won 7 in a row. John, I thought you made an interesting point. He said that this team, they'll be tied in the third period. They just feel like they're going to win. With so much youth on this roster, where does that belief in your mind come from?
Probably one of the things is the goaltending. Bobrovsky's back to being Bobrovsky of 2 years ago and 3 years ago. He had an off year last year, along with about 10 other people.
Yeah.
But that certainly helps. The power play has been lethal for the majority of the season. So if you get that chance, you think you can find a way. And we don't lean on one player or 2 players for our scoring. We lean on 4 lines. I think that helps. The other thing is, as young as we are on the blue line, And we're young with Seth Jones and Ryan Murray. David Savard's not real young, but he's young. Then you add in Werenski, Nutravara, and the older one would be Jack Johnson. They're good. They're just flat out good back there. And I think that there's a belief that, we're going to get the puck. We're going to get it out of the zone. We're going to get some offense from those guys, too. We just feel strong about that. It's a unique feeling. It's something that's new to the organization. And we've gone through the battles in trading for Seth Jones and drafting Werenski and developing Savard and Nutravara. Nobody even talks about him. Half the people can't say his name, including me. He's a seventh-round pick, and he's on our third pair. But boy, he's been good out of nowhere. We didn't expect him to be this ready this soon. So, again, you look at not just one thing, but it's a various group of things that give us a strong mindset.